today we've got a reading for you about somebody who is seeing warning signs or red flags in another person. Doesn't have to be a romantic connection, but your intuition is telling you that this person is not being honest with you or acting in your best interest, or maybe even in their own. So we have this Banshee card. It's one of my favorites. Should I explain why? It says, all I could hear was a warning scream. Ignoring the signs won't make me free. So I do think this is a situation where someone doesn't want to admit that this isn't the right job, this isn't the right living situation, this isn't the right relationship, or this friend is a bad influence. It's painful to admit I've put time and energy into something that I need to walk away from. But you're seeing more and more signs for a reason. So let's call in spirit with a little bit of wind chime time. I hope you're having a good day so far. If you're interested in a personal reading, I would love to do one for you. My email address is wickedwandstarot@gmail.com. You can find that in the description box, along with more information on how to become a member. Thank you to the current members. All right, let's go with the noisy tarot. What else do we have? Seven of Swords, Six of Cups in the reverse, and the Four of Cups. Someone's lying. Someone's not wanting to be honest about what they... This feels like about bad habits. Four of Cups. So the advice is, you know this isn't right for you, so just keep it moving. It's like when you go outside, you're about to leave, and you're wearing your favorite tank top, but you didn't check the weather, and you get outside, and it's like 30 degrees. And you're like, wow, okay, I guess I need to go right back in and get a sweatshirt. I saw this adorable little, I think it was a reel of ducks. They were going determined energy, right? Outside, but it had just snowed, and then they started to like feel the coldness under and they turned right back and went right inside. It's like that. You know it's not right. You can feel the energy is off. Hello, Patrick. How are you doing? Happy Friday. So the duck story is resonating. I hope it warms up for you. It was cold earlier in the week, but thankfully it's gotten warmer. Six of Wands. There's something that you are meant to be successful in. Something else is meant for you. This person is a distraction. Sometimes there's a relationship that distracts you from a thing you are supposed to achieve in your life. Sometimes there's family that holds you back from this. Obviously, relationships can get in the way. But this is saying you have things you are meant to achieve, my friend. And if there's someone who makes it difficult for you to achieve those things that are important to you, not to sound heartless, but like, move, bitch, get out the way. Like, you're supposed to be in this King of Wands energy. It doesn't matter what your gender is. The King of Wands is about going after something, and if you do, you're successful. This person gets in your way. Not like you're supposed to body check anybody who's standing in your path, but their obstinance or unwillingness to be honest with you is causing problems in terms of your path. Hello, I don't know how to pronounce that. Should I just call you D? What's up? Hello, is it Tarun? Or do you pronounce the H? Hello, fam. Get comfy, stay a while, and you'll probably hear me say that money doesn't impress me. I would say there's got to be something redeeming about you other than material claims that you should be able to lead with, right? I'm also not looking to date anybody on here, just to be clear. Hello, Rick. How's it going? Hello, Align Your Soul. How you doing, hon? Happy Friday, everyone. Hello, Spiritual Healer. Hello, Shawshank. This is a positive space where people can, you know, get some confirmation on intuition. Wow. And address some of those blockages in life. This is interesting to pull the sun and the moon together. The sun is closely tied to masculine energy, the moon tied to feminine energy. Day, night, it's dichotomy, right? I think this person is very opposite to you, but there is something very similar. I love that this moon, whenever it's drawn where you have like the profile of the face within the moon, so you still have that kind of crescent shape, but you also have the like full moon. It makes me feel like we have somebody who has looked within. Your enlightenment is a big part of your success, but your success will be blocked if you don't take advantage of that enlightenment or that discernment. If you have the ability, let's just say you buy a watch, and when that watch gets around a person, it tells you whether or not you can trust them. It's like, thumbs up, this person's rad. Thumbs down, that person lies all the time. If it's going off, if it's like, are you gonna be like, hold on, they're buying me donuts. Give me a second. No, I would hope not anyways. I feel like you'd be like, turns out I'm not in the mood for donuts after all. Hey, Mamie, how are you doing? Shawshank, I think future predictions are kind of like cooking. You know, you may have the recipe and you may get it exactly right and it may be perfect. And then other times there may be little inconsistencies where it turns out a little bit different. We all have free will, but you can get a general idea of where things are going. I would say more so, Michael, is to help you get validation on your intuition. Hello, TJ. How are you doing? My. Sorry, I just threw my cards all over the place. Ooh. And found another one. Whoops. So we have the Ace of Wands, Two of Cups in the reverse, Ace of Cups, really? Ace of Swords. Do you all just realize in that one card pull where I've pulled 4 cards, I have pulled 3 of the 4 aces. Ace of Wands, Ace of Cups, Ace of Swords. It's kind of a big deal. Probability-wise, unusual. Very unusual. And then the one card in the middle that isn't an ace is the Two of Cups in the reverse, which talks about breakups, emotional distance. In order for all of these things to happen for you, you have to be good at keeping your inner circle pristine. Keeping your side of the street clean is not just about you doing things with your morals in place and your intuition on, speaker. It's also about knowing when to at least move away from or maybe even put on pause some of those connections that get in the way and cause problems for your path. Hello, Last Life. How you doing? Hello, Alicia. Oh, I'm proud of you. Good. Hello, Andrew. I do personal questions at about 30 minutes into the reading. I like to do a general reading first, and then I do prioritize the questions from those who tip or donate. I do also occasionally do some free questions because I think we all have a responsibility to do a little bit of help without asking anything in return. That's my opinion anyways. Knight of Wands in the reverse. This person's a block. All right, so I am not a mother. I can't really claim to know how this feels on the other side, but I do know when I was young, I always wanted to go to the grocery store with my mom. And even at that tender age, I could tell that she preferred going on her own. Now, why on earth would she not want my delightful company at the grocery store? Those of you with children are like, ooh, me, I got this. I know this one. I know this answer. Because kids will follow you around, start walking in different directions, find things that they want, beg you for them, even though they're probably completely unrealistic requests. Or, you know, you're looking for a turkey and they're like, oh, look at this. I got some cool, like, I don't know, headband or a scarf. And you're like, can we focus on food? Like, this is a grocery store. What are you doing over there? So I know I drove my mom crazy. Why? Because I also talk too much. Fun fact, one of these trips, I think I was maybe like 6, I asked my mom for a Snickers bar, because that's important for your nutrition, and she wouldn't get it for me. I took it anyways. And then I'm sitting at home on the couch after the grocery store eating that Snicker bar that she said I couldn't get. Where did you get that Snickers bar? What do you mean? That was my first lesson in don't steal things. In case you were wondering. That's right. Yeah. Thank you. Hello, Eastwood. How are you doing? Oh, I wish you so much luck in that. How long do you have until you get married? Hello, Point 9. How are you doing? You think the grocery store is your favorite? I mean, there's a lot of good stuff there, right? Hello, Vengeance. How are you doing? All right, we have the King of Pentacles in the reverse and the Emperor in the reverse. Who are you hanging out with exactly? Like, not to sound judgy. Okay, just a little bit. Remember I said you were like very different because we had the sun and the moon come out together? These are the 2 cards that I'm clarifying right now. And we have the King of Pentacles in the reverse and the Emperor in the reverse. This is like where you are stable or where you have self-initialization, the ability to go after things or to start your day. Maybe you're less dependent on caffeine. I don't know. Where you have this drive and this ambition. This other person is like, hold on, we don't have to do that today, do we? Can't I just like watch TV instead? That works, right? No, that actually doesn't get anything done. Now that you ask about it, you know. Sorry, it's a little dark in here. Hey, Barwick, how are you doing? Hello, Naveed, what's up? Ooh, I'm sorry you're going through that. Is it Andrea? Ooh, yeah. All right. So Shawshank and Andrea, I'm making a note of each of your questions. If you like bounce out of the reading, check back at the 30-minute mark for personal questions. It may be like 35 minutes or something, but I'm gonna do that because I want to make sure everything's all right. Hey Moon, how are you doing? Who are you keeping in check, Moon? This is my live chat. On helping. All right. So this opportunity that is headed your way, for some reason, it does depend upon your being able to be more selective and more discerning. Who you spend time with, who distracts you from your goals. Because this is somebody who makes you second guess yourself or the plans that you have. Hey Monica, how you doing today? Thank you for the tip. Let me know what your question is. Hello, Alex. God loves you too. We have the 10 of Cups in the reverse, the High Priestess, Justice in the reverse. So this is somebody who has the opportunity, I hesitate to call it that, to distract you long enough where you miss an offer or some sense of abundance that is meant to come your way. The Ace of Swords is because you are getting these messages. You see the red flags. You know that this person is not trustworthy or that they have lied to you. 7 of Swords. So with the 10 of Cups in the reverse, don't let this person get comfortable hanging out in your life. Maybe that's harsh. Maybe that's blunt. Maybe you got to do what you got to do. But if somebody is going to block you from something you were meant to achieve or meant to do, you got to ask yourself, like, what is it that it would require for that to be worth it to you? Ooh, I hope things get better for you. Hey, Alex, I don't mind you posting about your beliefs, but I'm going to put you in just a little baby timeout and remind you that in the live chat, we ain't here to be judging people on what their beliefs or how they approach spirituality. So you're welcome to come back in a couple minutes, but I would expect that you demonstrate that that's something you know. Hello, Awesome, how you doing? Hello, Nima. For love life, I got you, Monica. We'll see, Randall. We'll see. How's your day going? Not at all. We have the Death and the Reverse card. Don't let this person stop you. Don't let this person give you bad advice on a job offer. Don't choose a lower caliber job because somebody doesn't want to be threatened by you doing better. There's just no excuse for how this person is approaching your life or you. They're creating a story in order to manipulate you or hiding something. But I think it's more so trying to influence how you view this opportunity or this situation. Hello, Ruiz. How are you? For those of you posting questions, I do personal questions at about 30 minutes in with priority to those who tip. I do have 2 freebies already written down. Just, you know, gotta be realistic on my time this morning too. Hello, Asia, how are you doing? I do also offer long-form personal readings. They start at $40. And my email address is wickedwandstarot@gmail.com. It's in the description box for you. Eight of Wands, Ace of Pentacles. You about to become the Emperor. What did I tell you? You and this person, you're very opposite. You're about to become the Emperor. They're the Emperor in the reverse. One of you might as well be named Push and the other one Pull. It's like they're trying to get you to accept mediocrity when you are meant to be a boss, when you are meant to be setting trends or examples or blazing new paths. And this person's over here like, wait, don't do that because I said so. I'm sorry, that argument is not convincing enough, and I'm busy doing cool stuff. Apparently that's what you're supposed to say. I'm sure you could make it sound a lot cooler than how I just said it. Hello, Edwin. How are you doing? Hello, Roberto. Hello, and how are you doing? Is it Ruiz? You over here straight up claiming to be the devil in my live chat? Halloween was a couple weeks ago, hon. Now, Troy gets it. He's buffing into the live chat with a Chuck Norris joke. I'm here for it. I don't know why I've liked them so much, but I always have. I'm gonna have to tell different ones on here, though. I think I've told the same one a couple times. I am a Pisces. Hello, Martine. How are you doing? Oh, is it a challenge for you, Randall? There are other parts of the internet that accept people's bad behavior, so, you know. Hello, Ben. How's it going? What are you going to be honest about, Moon? Oh, yay! What do you guys think? Do you like it? Yeah? I love that one. I didn't know they were still doing it. Oh, I hope that that improves for you. 7 months. All right, I've got that written down for you. Hello, Bitchy Tata, how are you doing? I really do hope that improves for you, Naveed, but I do try to avoid the health questions. My apologies. They take a little bit more out of me. Eight of Cups in the reverse. We just had the Eight of Cups in the upright. So if you don't walk away from this person, if you allow this person to hang out, it means that you don't take action on something that allows for you to be in the right place at the right time for an opportunity or an important event in your life. Meeting someone you're supposed to meet. It doesn't even have to be that it's a romantic meetup, even though it's the lovers. It's like, normally I would go to this networking event, but my spouse convinced me to stay home and watch a movie instead because maybe they're clingy, maybe they just don't really want you to do better than them. But it's a choice that you make that's influenced by this person that results in you not being able to get something that is meant for you. Whereas if you are not around this person, you choose to go to this thing or meet this person, and things fall into place the way they are meant to. So you have to make a choice as to whether or not you're willing to lose that, whatever it is that is meant for you, just so that you can be close to somebody who apparently feels very comfortable lying to you. This is the Ghost Tarot. No, Avenger, I'm not. Yes, but we have to be cautious about what energy we allow into ours. I am not saying you should never help somebody who's in a difficult situation. What I am saying is when a person that you are trying to help is A, not willing to be an active participant in things improving in their own life, and B, are getting in the way of you being able to do the things that you need to do for yourself, then that is no longer somebody that you are helping. That is somebody who is latching on, clinging, right? Now I watch Star Trek, and I like the Klingons. I don't like clingy. This person makes it difficult for you to do the things that you need to be able to do, period. Hello, Trojan. Hello, Jose. Hello, Andres. Is that how I say that? It's going well, although I admit I am kind of hungry. You might hear a stomach growl. We have the Knight of Wands, a Page of Pentacles in the reverse, and the Ten of Cups. So sometimes when I reach for a specific tarot deck or oracle deck, I know what card I am kind of like tempting to show itself. And other times I don't. I don't really know why I reached for the Ghost Tarot, aside from the fact that maybe you are being encouraged to ghost somebody or, you know, maturely dismiss yourself from the table. This, my friend, is the weirdest Ten of Cups that I have of all of the tarot decks that I have. This Ten of Cups is a card that is supposed to be talking about love, belonging, compassion, family. Instead, it's the Reaper. The Reaper running away from a cloud. This Ten of Cups is saying if you love yourself enough to want to be in the right place or to follow the right path, then you need to know when to call it quits with people who put that at risk. Thank you, Alpha. How are you doing today? Let me know if you have a question, please. Well done, MGH. Hello, Sherry. How are you doing? Asia, please don't repeat your messages, please. Hello, Third Eye. How are you doing? What a username. My. I'm just going to call you Mur. The last 3 letters. How are you doing? Brilliant idea, Randall. The problem is I don't really like that cookie. We have the Eight of Pentacles. Something you've been working towards. The Eight of Pentacles talks about somebody who is approaching mastery of a skill. So you have this opportunity to start your own business. Become director of a program that is really important to you. Get accepted into a really prestigious program. And you're over here like, Bye, opportunity. See you later, thing that I want. I'm busy babysitting somebody who doesn't know how to take care of their own problems. I'm being a little bit harsh right now. And I just want to reiterate, when you are able to help someone who is in good earnest, seeking to be in a better place, and they are not interrupting you on your path, please do what you can to help that person. We have to act as a community, and mutual aid is something that I believe in very strongly. But we also have to know the difference. If you are pulling someone out of a drowning situation and you begin to see that you don't have the leverage, maybe you are a smaller frame person than the person you are trying to pull in, maybe they are, their ankles stuck to the bottom of the lake or whatever it is. If you begin to see that you are not able to save that person and you are going to go in and be in the same predicament, do you at that point stop? Do you look around? Do you look for reinforcements or a way to not lose your own grounding? Yes. So don't lose your opportunity for somebody who is a bit negative, unwilling, stubborn. 4 of Pentacles in the reverse, 3 of Wands in the reverse. Let go. You don't need them. They need you because they don't want to do things for themselves. That's the wrong kind of need. If you need help because of circumstances beyond your control or people who have betrayed you and I can help you, I am there. Count me in. If you wallow in self-pity and don't take action on the things that need to change in your life, and then you lie to other people so that they can solve your problems for you, be gone. I ain't got time for you. You've got to be, you have to have some skin in the game. Are you working towards the right situation or not? Because, people who are up for receiving a new organ, like a kidney or lungs, they have requirements. Do you smoke? Do you drink? We're not going to give you somebody's organ if you're going to destroy it. Don't give away your energy to somebody that you see as a red flag. So the 3 of Wands is in the reverse because doing something for someone who's ungrateful and dishonest basically means you don't have the energy or the time to do something for yourself. Oh, I hope this means that you'll be able to pursue the right path for you. Did I miss one? Is that... Okay, yes, I see it, Asia. Sorry, it weirds me out because it shows me your other name in that situation. I wrote down Alpha, but I see now that's you. Can you please answer, what will my next life chapter be like? Alpha is me. Perfect. Thank you. What will next life chapter be like? I got you. Thank you. Hello, Sharkbait. How are you doing? Interesting that your name is Sharkbait when I was just talking about somebody being in a drowning situation. Hopefully not amongst sharks, but you know. And the 5 of Swords. There's a rainbow over yonder. You are supposed to be in the land of promise. You are supposed to be finding that pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. And this person, the 5 of Swords, whoever it is, they have the ability to sabotage your abundance. And I'm over here like, nope, get away from my buddy. Get away from my collective. I don't like it. This is the situations deck. I'm going to pull a few cards from here and then I'm starting on those personal questions. I'm going to do the questions for Shawshank, then Andrea, then Monica, then Martine, and then Alpha, also known as Asia. Hello, Stephanie. How are you doing, hon? Hello, Rob. How are you? Hello, Chosen. How are you? So this is saying it is time to have the talk. Some of you may need to be a bit more strategic than others as far as how to engineer this conversation. Others of you may feel it's best to just be kind of quick with it and send a text message. But I do feel like you know exactly what's going on, that this person is not going to probably change their behavior, and I probably need to say something about it. It doesn't need to get argumentative. This isn't something where you need their permission. You are the bouncer to the nightclub of you. And you get to tell people, I don't like the way you're dressed. That's not really a good reason to not hang out with somebody, but you know, sorry, seat's taken. TikTok, you do not have a lot of time to do this. I'm not trying to be like mean or bossy. I don't really enjoy either of those things. But remember, we got you coming through as the Emperor, right? Doesn't matter what your gender is. You are about to level up, and it may be very closely tied to your being able to walk away from this person. It may feel like you're being harsh. It may feel like you are moving too quickly. But I'm telling you right now, you're getting intuitive messages. You may be seeing repeating numbers. You may be hearing songs that are oddly related to your situation. Finding readings like this one that are like, hey, it's time to walk away. Okay, let's see if I can remember the song name and the artist. My recommended listening for you, as long as you can handle a little bit of like this isn't pop music, okay, you guys? Cue to Leave. Fizzy something? But the song name is Cue to Leave. So C-U-E, to leave. This is your cue to leave. To walk away. Gosh, Fizzy, what is it? Oh, I can't remember the band name. I really do feel like it's Fizzy something. We have Threatened, Wish, and Projected. You have a wish fulfillment, a 9 of Cups, a thing you've been working towards that is in your reach. The problem is this clown, you can tell him I called him that, this clown is standing in your way. Just like squeeze their nose, laugh at them, confuse them, and then run away. Maybe like step on the shoes. There's probably, yes, thank you, Mamie, Fizzy Blood, that's it. Kind of a weird name. But it is a really good song, in my opinion. I realize taste is not necessarily something we all agree on. All right, I'm gonna get into those personal questions. This is the Crow Tarot. Hello, Glennon, how are you doing? I did say seats taken, like from Forrest Gump. Probably not as well, though. This is not for an astrology sign-based kind of group. It's just a collective reading, and if it resonates, it resonates. Yeah, you deserve better than that, Rob. Awesome. Thank you, Mimi. All right, so for Shawshank, you're about to get married. What guidance do we have? Communication is everything. There will be challenges with regards to your family or your person's family, differences of opinion, or people who feel like they get to control your situation. They don't. Cultures are different. Beliefs may differ, right? My understanding of it may be limited, right? But this is saying there's got to at least be a prioritization of communication between the two of you regarding family members and keeping things balanced. It could be, you know, we always go and see your family, but we never see my family. It could be, you know, I feel like we have to listen to everything that your mom says, but not what my dad says. There's something here about making sure that the strongest link is between the two of you, and then family are offshoots. Hey, thanks for letting us know. We'll talk about that amongst ourselves and we'll get back to you on that. You know, especially as we're heading into the holidays, sometimes that's a big deal, right? But this is saying, don't let anybody feel like if they go into a family situation, they won't be defended by their partner. This is my numero uno. This is my most important person. You'll be respectful to them because that's showing respect to me, that kind of thing. And I feel like that establishes an incredibly strong foundation for you all. But with the Three of Pentacles in the reverse, I do see a particular individual in your family or your person's family that creates chaos and instability because they think it's fun. So just be cautious with that, but that strong communication would definitely enable you to avoid a lot of that issue, right? Or those problems. Hello, Marcus. How are you doing? All right. I wish you luck, Shawshank. Let's move on to Andrea. We have guidance on the current relationship, or I guess, did you say you had broken up? Whether or not you should help and guide. No. Which is a hard thing for me to say, but it's very aligned with this reading. We even had the King of Pentacles in the reverse in the general reading. This is someone who does not learn a lesson when you write it down for them on a whiteboard. This is somebody who does not learn a lesson when you sing it to them in a song. This is someone who does not learn a lesson when they see someone else go through the same exact thing. The only way they learn is when they learn the hard way. Maybe that's not true for everything, but it is for this situation. This person needs to be made uncomfortable, not because we enjoy seeing somebody in discomfort, but because they have to realize that they created that discomfort. If they're constantly able to reach for someone else to fix a problem, they will not be able to do things for themselves, right? So it is not your responsibility. You have done a lot for this person. I do usually have some really epic moderators, to be honest. So it's just one of those days. Hello, Phil. How are you doing? Good luck to you, Andrea. I'm sending you a hug and protective energy. We've got Monica up next, and let's see. What do we have for Monica for love life, please? Two of Pentacles in the reverse, 10 of Swords. Two of Cups in the reverse. This is instability. Frustrations, feeling like promises were broken. So I see you employing boundaries, walking away, realizing that there is perhaps something else out there for you, or at the very least, other things that need to be addressed. We have the Emperor. This is you. Love life right now is not amazing because you're going through it, but you are becoming a stronger person. So while perhaps you want to know more in terms of your connection with another person. This is coming through as saying, it's more beautiful than that. You're learning to love yourself more. And that's the most important romance in somebody's life, right? Can you love yourself enough to have standards in a relationship or any connection where respect and love are seen as a requirement? Nobody has to be perfect, but if you are operating out of negative intent or a desire to hurt, I ain't got time for you. So this is about you loving yourself enough to not sacrifice things that are reasonable in the context of a relationship, right? Good morning, Mira. How are you doing? Hello, Zatskia. Hey, Hayden. How are you doing? That's true, third eye. Hello, Lana. How are you doing? Let me write down Stephanie's question real quick. Does FN see me as romantic partner to pursue? I got you. Thank you. I appreciate you. Monica, I wish you the very best. I'm glad to see this Emperor energy come out for you. Hello, okay, how are you doing? I'm gonna get a different tarot deck. We'll go with the Cat's Eye. So for Martine, perhaps it's Martina. It's with an E, so forgive me. We've got an inquiry as to whether or not the 7-month-old child is doing all right. I sure hope so. Page of Swords, 2 of Pentacles, and the reverse. I do feel like there's something here that has been missed. It's like when you are looking over someone's shoulder trying to see what they're writing down on a tablet, but you can't see around their hand. So you only get like 80%, 75% of the message. Someone here only understands like, 3/4 of what's going on, but they're taking action as if they know 100%. The High Priestess is in the reverse, which is what makes me feel like we have somebody who has missed an important detail. Is this an impact to the health? Yes, it impacts the strength. I feel like it has something to do with arms, or that a symptom or some sort of reflex observant thing that has to do with the arms. Maybe it's a rash even. But if you are able to communicate that someone needs to look into a little bit more detail and watch the arms, maybe even on the bottom of the feet. But I will be sending healing energy towards your child. Hello, Brandon. How are you doing? Hello, Komikaza? Did I say it right? No, Nelton, that's not what we're here for. There's plenty of people on the interwebs that do that for you. I do feel like there will be like a bounce back. All right, so we've got Alpha up next, or I believe it's Asia. What will the next life chapter be like? Six of Cups in the reverse, 4 of Pentacles, the Star in the reverse, Eight of Wands in the reverse. Why do I feel like you're going to be off on your own? I see a change of scenery. I see someone saving money. It's like, took a train going nowhere, like, or anywhere. Like, I'm going to save some money. I'm going to figure out where it enables me to go, and I'm going to leave this place. But the star in the reverse is like, I don't have like a particular place that I feel. I always think of Wild Hearts Can't Be Broken because I can't help but think of her as Fiona, but I can't remember what her real name is. I think it starts with a G. The actress in Wild Hearts Can't Be Broken, her character, I should say, was obsessed with Atlantic City. She daydreamt about going there, right? So this is not that. There's not like some ideal, like I know I would be happy there, but I know I don't want to be here. So I feel like without much notice or without much like fanfare, a place is chosen and it's like, okay, I'm gonna go there. Emperor. It's a very exciting chapter of your life. From what I can tell, it's like you're deciding to go on a cross-country road trip without a map. See what happens. Let's see what we discover. But it's a very powerful time for you ahead. Having a little bit less direction enables you to wind up, oddly enough, where you're supposed to be. So I do feel like partway through this chapter, more clarity becomes available to you. And it's like, oh, well, of course, that's where I'm supposed to be. So, I don't know. I feel like you've got travels ahead of you. I feel like there's going to be a lot of opportunity for you to feel comfortable with yourself. But you have a lot of opportunity ahead of you. So don't be afraid of exploring. And be safe. Hi, Raleigh. How are you doing? Yes, right before the one that I did was for you, Martine. So I would go back probably about 5 or 6 minutes. It's when I switched to, this was the first card for you, the Six of Cups in the reverse. When I switched to the little cat cards, was you. This is, I just finished the reading for Alpha or Asia. And Stephanie, you are up. I wish you luck, by the way, Alpha. Does FN see me as a romantic partner to pursue? Stop it. Yes. With the King of Cups? Yes. This is someone who's definitely interested. I love this card so much for that answer. That is perfection. This is the type of person, when they fall in love, they fall deeply in love. This is somebody who is a good partner. Someone who has spent time on their own and focused on their healing. I like this for you. Look at that. They're like, yes. They might be a little shy. They might be a little bit to themselves. Or they might be the kind of person who, when they speak, it's important stuff, right? Not just, like, I'm out here quoting movies from like 20 years ago that nobody takes seriously. A la Grandma's Boy. So I'm not a super serious person, okay? This person might be a little bit more serious. Anyways, I like it. And I hope it goes well for you. Hello, Key Controller. I hope you have a good one. All right, I'm going to leave it there. I love you all. Thank you for the likes and the subscribes. Thank you for the entertaining chat. Thank you to the people who have hyped videos if you were able to do that. And I will see you in the next reading.